So, in a recent short that I posted, I promised to review and compare two Thai chili flavored vacuum sealed tuna packets by two of the most prominent manufacturers of canned and vacuum sealed seafood. All right, so I am going to make a sandwich out of and compare Starkist's Tuna Creations bold Thai chili flavored tuna and Bumblebee's spicy Thai chili flavored tuna. Now, the Bumblebee depicts this being served with a pita. I do not have pitas. And then Starkist depicts it being served over a tortilla. I do have tortillas, but I didn't feel like doing this on tortillas because I have a nice loaf of sourdough bread, so I'm going to make tuna sandwiches. Took two slices of bread, cut it diagonally, make a half sandwich with this, make a half sandwich with this, eat it, compare it, review. I'm going to keep the sandwich really simple. So I'm just going to slather some mayonnaise over each of the triangles, put the tuna meat on, put some pickles on, and sample and review. Now, this, super hot dried chili crush, this is something that's going to be added after. If I feel that the heat is inadequate and I want it spicier, then I'm just going to put a bunch of those chili flakes over it. But that's not going to be on the initial thing. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and assemble these sandwiches, and the next thing you're going to see is me eating them. All right, so the sandwiches have been prepared. I've got them side by side on a plate, and I'm going to read a little bit about each of them before I try them, and then I will evaluate. All right, so I'm going to start with the Bumblebee. Yeah, this one looks a little bit weird. Something went wrong with the assemblage of it, but don't worry about that. I mean, it's a sandwich, right? It's identifiable as a sandwich. It just looks a little bit off kilter. So the ingredients in this, the Bumblebee, are light tuna, water, onion, sugar, seasoning, which is sugar, maltodextrin, salt, onion powder, chili powder, 2% or less of garlic powder, silicon dioxide, caramel color extractives of paprika, citric acid, spice and spice extractives, red bell pepper, 2% or less of modified cornstarch. Why do I say modifying? Modified cornstarch, ginger, maltodextrin, natural flavors, yeast extract, garlic juice concentrate, onion juice concentrate, crushed red pepper, and salt. So there's a hell of a lot of onion and garlic and salt in that. There is chili powder. There is sugar. All right. I like the inclusion of ginger in that too. Nice. Okay. So I'm looking for a nice balance of sweetness and spice. All right. With just the right amount of salt. All right. That's what you get from a good sweet Thai chili. And yes, gingeriness, of course. Let's look for gingeriness, pepperiness, sweetness, and subtle saltiness. Okay. And the quality of the tuna is going to be a big determiner of which of these is better too. Because bad canned tuna or bad vacuum sealed tuna has like a kind of a horrible metallic aftertaste. It's why I generally avoid tuna. The reason I'm doing this review, other than the fact that these like packets were like $1 and they qualify as a spicy food that I can review. Other than that fact, I tried a ghost pepper tuna a few months ago, and it was a revelation. I really, really liked it. Didn't have any bad metallic aftertaste. It was spicy. It was delicious. The quality of the tuna was good despite the fact that it came from a vacuum sealed packet. Hell yeah. So let's go ahead and start with Bumblebee's spicy Thai chili tuna in a sandwich with mayonnaise and pickles. It is rather sugary. There are bits of pepper in the tuna. You can see a little bit of pepper there. But the question I have is that just a red bell pepper piece? Because that's not authentically Thai spicy chili. Now, is it? It goes pretty nicely on a sandwich. But I'm having problems. The meat is clumpy. It clumps together. Like the ghost pepper tuna that I have, and I think it was by Starkist. I can't remember. But the ghost pepper tuna that I had, the meat was like, kind of flaked out. Like it didn't just like munch together, like become like a pate spread on top of the sandwich. I'm not looking for that, and that's kind of what's happening to this. Like it's just kind of mushed together. That is a problem with the texture of the tuna. The flavor is okay. It's not really as sweet or as spicy as I'd like it to be. It's middling. Not bad, but I'm not blown away by this. Okay? There's nothing in the flavor that's like exciting me, or making me feel compelled to take another bite right away. I've had about as much of this sandwich as I want. I mean, I will finish it eventually, but this is nothing to write home about. It's okay. It's okay. It's about a 5. For $1, you could do less. You could do a lot worse. Anyways, let's move on to Starkist. Okay. Now, I said in the short that I made about this that I was skeptical of whether or not this would be spicy because it says it's bold. But, it does portray a red background in comparison to the purple background, which, suggests kind of like a coolness. This suggests like fieriness, right? And then I looked at the back and I saw that the other bold creations are all listed here. So we've got jalapeno, hot buffalo, and sriracha. So clearly the bold, and there's a flame over this. There's no flame over this. But there's a flame over the bold box here. And then we have several spicy options. In addition to a buffalo style chicken, which I don't know if I'm gonna ever be able to go that far. If this is really good, maybe I'll try the other spicy Starkist tuna creations. But I don't know about vacuum sealed chicken. I don't know about that. Maybe. All right, here we go. Here is Starkist's Thai chili on a sandwich with mayonnaise and pickles. Just realized I didn't read the ingredients for this before I tried it. But I'm already liking it a lot better than the other one. So this has light tuna, water, red bell pepper, sugar, vinegar, modified food starch, tomatoes, salt, chili pepper, minced garlic, minced onion, xanthan gum, autolyzed yeast extract, citrus fiber, natural flavors, extracted of paprika. Okay, already, I like the texture of this better. You know how I said that this Bumblebee stuff was just like all mushed together? This is not. This is like clearly like delineating in itself, if that's the right word. There are pieces, it's shredded tuna. It is not mushing together. It is staying relatively separate. In addition, this has a little bit more spiciness than this Bumblebee does. It also has a little bit more sweetness. So it's got a nicer balance of sweetness and spiciness. More pleasurable than that. And it's got the vinegar in it, which adds a little tang. And that is much needed tang. Okay? You got pepper spice. Now, you saw chunks of pepper in this. You don't see chunks of pepper in this. Whatever. This is more peppery, in my opinion. And it's just better. It's just better. The balance of ingredients is better. There's more of a garlic flavor in there. No, I don't think there's any ginger in there. But even though there was ginger in the Bumblebee, I didn't really taste it. There must have been a really paltry amount. This has good flavor. It's robust. It's not spicy. No, it's not hot. So I'm going to be putting, if I finish these sandwiches later, I'm going to be putting those chili flakes on both of them because they are not bringing the heat. But this one is it's just better. Texture of the meat's better. The tang and that the tang and zip that the vinegar give it really brings out the flavors of the sweetness and the spice. It's a nice blend of flavors. Starkist, you're better at this than Bumblebee. You just are. So, yep, highly recommend picking this up. These are about the same price. I mean, these are very, very similar. All right, they're both 90 calories. You know, they have both the same amount of protein. They both cost the same. This one's just better, more flavorful. And sorry, Bumblebee, but I'm not going to be trying any more of your spicy stuff. I do want to try these. And I have to go and see. I think that the ghost pepper one was probably Starkist. All right, better quality product. All right, well, there you have it. 2 Thai chili flavored, vacuum sealed tuna lunch meats sampled on sandwiches with mayonnaise and pickles. The clear winner is Starkist.